Hey Davo, whoever's asking, who game this is? This rap game's mine. Just a matter of time. I'm definitely doing fine. Look, show you niggas how to climb. Let's go. Get this money on the road. The flows, different strokes, different notes. Oh, bitch, you know how this go. Blow, real nigga, yeah, I know it's time. Get the fuck out the way, especially if you ain't got nothing to say. I'm destined to be great. It's fact. Let's get all of these blacks. Dennis, see him smiling back. Stacks, nigga was better than that. Racks, show you niggas how to rap. In the war, came back. None of my peers knew that I rap. Soon as I told them, they said cat. That shit has turned me to Mad Max. This shit is dope, head crack. Step on this shit, break your mama's back. You get this shit raw, Monday night. Tables and chairs, I hit it right. I can snap on this bitch like a skinny hoe. I'ma start to get spot, poke a nose. Got it on lock, key a hole. I done found me the one, domino. Raw came, see it though? I don't think they gon' get it. Stuffy nose, I can bundle this money, a nigga cold. I can freeze me this summer, you didn't know? I can rap, nigga, check the stats. I'm a walking back, step on cap, nigga, what you lack? I excelling now in this game, as I was annoyed, man, amongst the boys. I was bored, all you sound the same. I'ma beat it, change. This rap game's mine. Just a matter of time. I'm definitely doing fine. Look, show you niggas how to climb. Let's go. Get this money on the road. The flows, different strokes, different notes. Oh, bitch, you know how this go. Blow, real nigga, yeah, I know it's time. Get the fuck out the way, especially if you ain't got nothing to say. I'm destined to be great. It's facts. Let's get all of these blacks. Dennis, see him smiling back. Stacks, nigga was better than that. Racks, show you niggas how to rap. I get a lot, so drilled into my spot. Caught my name on this block. Saying with some loyal queens who give me things. Why would I value with that? When I ask what you bring to my table, baby, I do not care what you got. How about peace and creed? And please believe I probably would buy you a ride. You believe I'm prestige, but everybody with me. And we all gon' eat, cause I ain't going out like C's. What's pennies to a king? When my time costs a fee. All these dimes with me. Watch Lil' Bo Peep. She is out of your league. You fuck, you can keep. Killing over, bitch, nigga, it's never that deep. Watch words from a king. Fool is wise in his own eyes, yet the blind still speak. Only fall if you lead. This rap game's mine. Just a matter of time. I'm definitely doing fine. Look, show you niggas how to climb. Let's go. Get this money on the road. The flows, different strokes, different notes. Oh, bitch, you know how this go. Blow, real nigga, yeah, I know it's time. Get the fuck out the way, especially if you ain't got nothing to say. I'm destined to be great. It's facts. Let's get all of these blacks. Dennis, see him smiling back. Stacks, nigga was better than that. Racks, show you niggas how to rap.
This is first and foremost a dope ass platform.
Shout out to Pure Rap Podcast again.
Yeah. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all stay safe out here, man. And y'all, I can see y'all being big in the future.
Man. Y'all keep going and shit, stay down.
Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to the Pure Rap Podcast. You got MCK, you got Kev, you got Darneezy. You know what I'm saying? We're back on the StreamYard. It's been a minute. Back with a new interview. How y'all doing, man?
It's one of those days where my technology ain't working with me, man.
I know, man. I think that's the first time both of you guys been on the phone.
His dog's eating his computer, man. What's going on with that?
This man's dog's chewing his cable and stuff. Bro, you gotta like pick the cable up somewhere, tie it all up.
Oh, shoot.
Work be like using the shit too, and she don't be cutting stuff away. So I'm like, next thing I know, I come home and it's all chewed up. I'm like,
damn.
But the first time was my fault. It's like the second time now.
Yeah. Our dog doesn't do that.
Right.
Oh yeah, because Sam got the dog too, huh?
Yeah, she got a pug, but it's not like a chewing problem. I know certain dogs do that. You come back home and they're like stuff chewed up, but that's not that bad.
Darnell, man, we haven't seen you in like ages, bro. How's
It's
the
like
place, man? How's the place,
ages.
man? Yeah, for real. It's been like what? Been a
Yeah,
minute, couple
nah, it's
weeks.
been a minute. Nah, it's been, it's been bittersweet for me and her. It's just yeah, it's just a lot going on. I think it's just been really busy mentally. Just having family over. A lot of people wanted to just help out. With the moving process. Just buying things. Just supporting us through like the whole week and stuff. So nah, it's just been good. It's just been
Just
yeah,
a
it's just
lot.
been yeah, it's just a lot. I think it's just and it's different. It's a new chapter in my life, and
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
different. Moving different from living with my mom and stuff. So um, I'm just used to certain things, but like now I'm uncomfortable because I'm not used to doing the same thing I used to do or being
Yeah,
around the
yeah.
same
It's like you
people.
gotta get
So
get
yeah, I
used to
haven't.
like a whole new or
Yeah,
adapt to a whole new way of life. Yeah,
I haven't adapted to a new like scenery and a new change and stuff. So, but at the same time, I'm loving it. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I was able to do it, and we was able to take the next step in
hell
our
yeah,
life.
hell
So,
yeah. Well, shoot, man. Y'all ready to get into it?
Mm-hmm.
yes,
It's been a
sir.
long time since we did an interview. Well, since I've been a part of the interview, because I've been busy too. But
Yeah, I think what's the last one that all three of us were on? Was it Chevy Woods?
Um,
maybe Chevy
Chevy
was probably.
Woods.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I want to say. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. So we actually got a duo, which is our first. I want to say this is our first duo that we've interviewed. Um, definitely first twin, duo.
For real. Yeah.
I've had
Yeah.
twins
So
though.
hell yeah, yeah. So that's gonna be fun. They're from New York, but residing in Maryland. They also got 3 singles out this year. One that you just heard in the intro was Mine Is Yours, fire track. So of course, if you like the track, you like what you heard, we got all the links in the description. You don't got to do the work. We always say that for you. We do the hard work for you. Just click, just click, go listen to the
Yeah, the
music.
links are right there.
Yeah. Instagram, go follow them. Everything in the description. They released a project in 2024. It's funny how life is. Another dope project. And yeah, they go by the name Twin Kingz. So let's bring them back up, man. Yes, sir.
Here we
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, we got to give you some of these first.
Word, what up?
I don't have the little buzzer on me, so I got to use Jadakiss,
I want to say on the phone, my shit. What are you loading your putting up? I'm like, where do you?
Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah, you got to tap the screen. You got to tap the screen.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I never use this on phone, so I'm like, what you putting up?
Yeah.
It's all different, man. You're on the phone point of view, man. It's
Yeah,
different.
that's true. You guys can't see nothing that I can see. So
Yeah, I was like confused right now. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
hell
man.
yeah.
What up, man? Pure rap, man. This. I
Pure
love
rap.
it. I love
Peace
it.
and blessings to y'all, man. We appreciate y'all inviting us on y'all platform, man.
Yeah,
Let's
for
bring
sure.
nothing but joy and love, you heard? And
Hell
fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
First period.
appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate taking the time too. I thought you guys were gonna be together, or you guys not
We
in the
could
same
though,
city?
but
We
yeah,
could.
no, we could though. He only like 20 minutes away from me. Like
Oh
20
yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
Pulled up
We
on it.
family men, and you decided to pick this to be on the middle of a weekday, so we had to make that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got
Got
the kids
kids.
and all
We got
that.
them kids.
Yeah. Nah, I hear you guys.
Kids come first.
Yeah. We usually do a lot of our interviews weekdays because all of our schedules, us three, trying to coordinate everything. We're like, all right, we got to make sure we could like at least stick it on these specific days, and then we do our live podcast as well. So, but it's dope to have it. Even when you have this, no one even got to be together. You know what I mean? Nowadays, you can just hop on the stream, Zoom or whatever it is. So it makes it easy.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Hell yeah.
How's the audio feedback for me? Is it good? It's not too loud.
Oh yeah, no, you guys sound good.
All right, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Lighting, everything is good, man. So yeah.
All right, bet.
Yeah, I think there's probably only a couple interviews where we ran into it, like oh shit, we start hearing a little choppy stuff. Yeah,
nah, everything sounded good now.
Phone
So
you running?
Break it up.
What phone are you running? The 12?
Yeah.
It's all glitchy.
They got that Nokia. I'm like, damn, come on, what's going on?
God.
Like,
The Nokia.
Nokia is diabolical. That's
And you stream it from an iPod.
they got that toaster.
They got the BlackBerry
iPads, the old generation iPads.
Yeah, for real.
And on an iPod Touch streaming.
Niggas don't understand the struggle. That's the struggle.
Man, Steve Jobs wouldn't go crazy with these prices, man. These prices are crazy, dude.
I'm glad I got my Apple devices beforehand because I'd have been.
I don't know how old y'all are, but do y'all remember AIM?
Yeah, I remember AIM.
You remember
Yeah,
AIM?
but-
Oh my
AIM.
god, man! AIM. Oh Lord. And the
But
black
I think we were. That would have been like. I think my brother would have been more on it. Like I was.
AIM shit, yeah.
Yeah, because we're 27, 28. So
Okay.
I think AIM would have been like we might have been a little younger to even.
What is?
Like,
just
we
be
know
honest.
it, but we would have been like we were not
What
really
is
on
that?
it though.
Is that internet? What is that?
Like my
But-
phone.
It's stupid.
It's the messages.
It's the
Yeah.
messages. It's pretty much like what text messages now, but it was in like the
All
one
the emails.
form. So like I used to like to hit my girl.
Oh, yeah.
I used to have to run
I don't
home
know that
from
one.
school, hop
Yeah.
on the desktop monitor. You know the shit that spin around in a circle for 3 years. Finally,
that's hilarious.
I finally loaded the desktop. Then I actually talked to her. I used to hit her up on AIM and all that side.
Because that was the same time MySpace was out. Like it was like around the same time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I know MySpace.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like I only know AIM because probably my brother. Like that's like they was on that.
Yeah.
He's like 5 years older than me.
It
So.
definitely wasn't.
Like AIM was like that, and then Skype took off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I remember Skype,
And
but
then
I
Skype
didn't.
took off after AIM, after AIM died out.
Yeah.
Skype took off.
Yeah.
That and Uvu.
Oh yeah, I remember. Ooh, that's crazy. Dang, I haven't heard that. I thought I would hear that again.
What about the kick messengers? The kick.
Hey, the kicks, yeah.
Bringing back memories, bro.
Funny as hell, bro.
I remember I was so
Yeah,
upset.
that's
I
what,
had bagged this chick. I had bagged this chick on the subway around that time, and she wrote her fucking email for her AIM on a piece of paper. And when I put it in my pocket, and then like I had wet my hand from like drinking like a juice or something, and stuck it in my hand and could not get the email because I touched a piece of paper from it was
and it's all smeared.
It's from the composition book paper.
Oh yeah.
So like as soon as you touch it, it's cooked.
That might have been a blessing, man. I never know where that
I was
That's true.
sad.
Yeah,
Upset.
Smeared paper could have saved you some
Yeah.
hassle.
That was one of those
wild.
times when you writing the stuff on your hand and you pray to God that you don't wash your hands by accident, so you like keeping it in your pocket, and you doing nothing to not, you doing everything to not sweat.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? You can make sure that you.
I used to keep.
I gotta get home.
Yeah, I gotta get home. I used to bag a shorty. I used to keep. I had the number on the hand. I used to put my hand in my pocket. Not sweat.
See, I'd be scared of that though, because it's like, damn, what if it's like, at this point, I'm about to just cut out the skin. Like,
Yo,
we're gonna keep this either. We're gonna keep this number.
It's a different time, yo. We rapidly got to where we at right now.
And you know it's diabolical. They give you the wrong number and they wrote it on your hand. It's nasty.
Oh,
no, for real.
They just gave you the fake number.
That's
Or even the paper. You're like, wait a minute, this ain't.
In New York,
the numbers and like Indian guy on the other line.
In New York, that's what started the disrespect when niggas started hurling at bad bitches that diss them. Because this OG, I'll never forget, he was like, man, this bitch wrote the wrong number in my head. Yo, if I see this bitch, I'm cursing out.
Yeah.
Walking up the block. Yo, fuck you, bitch.
Yo.
Yeah.
I heard some New York women are like aggressive, or if you trying to like flirt with a New York chick, like I heard they like kind of like aggressive. Is that true?
You know where the aggression come from? You know where it come from?
Where's it come from?
So like you gotta think about it. It's
Nah,
I just see videos on TikTok, all the time. But
Nah, so the aggression came from like you gotta think about it, from like youth to like your age group to whatever. Once it's when women start to mature in New York City, you're it's not like how other places do it where you ride in public transportation to and from school. You take the bus, taking the train. You know what I'm saying? They used to give you the little metro cards to get on the bus and the train. But you gotta remember that females get hollered at. Think about it. Maybe
that makes sense.
Maybe like 100, 150 times per day. If they bad, they whip out the crib, go to the corner store looking rough. They getting
so
hollered
they're just
at.
tired of it.
Yes.
If you fight through it.
Yeah, so if you come in and she like your way you look or way you present yourself, then you got a shot immediately. They don't like the way you present yourself, they coming at you. Nah, fuck all that. I don't want to hear it, nigga. You good. Like it's
my time.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't think about that concept. But if you yourself walk outside and you get talked to by, I mean, it's a man's dream, but let's just put it in a man's dream perspective.
Yeah, I'll be like, shit.
And a man's dream perspective, you walk outside, you getting hollered at 100 times per day by random dudes all day, right? No matter if you go to the store, you go to the grocery store, you go to the car, you go to the gas station, you go to the whatever. If you was like that, eventually you gonna probably have the thought in your mind that I'm curving the bitches that immediately I don't fuck with. Right. Like, bitch, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. Nope.
You gonna start to eventually. So that's where the aggression came from. I think in my that's my.
That's actually makes like
when you fight through that and you win.
Yeah.
That's a bucket for sure.
Hey, that's a
buzzer beater, right?
That's a finish right there.
That's a half court shot.
That's
a closer.
Hey, that's
on the free throw line. Right?
That's how I landed my wife, bro. I did the corniest shit of all time. I don't care what anybody says.
What's that sound?
It's like my fucking airplane that's flying over my home.
Was the airplane? Like,
oh, that's an airplane. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like,
damn.
I thought it was
a sound effect after the splash.
Yeah, that was the fans. The fans cheering.
Bowling.
Hey, wait. Hey, before you share the story of I want to say that's what happens with the girls every time a man try to come up to them.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Real shit. Every time. So I did the corniest shit of all time. Y'all not gonna believe me, bro. Y'all not gonna believe what I said.
You said corny?
The corniest shit of all time. Like I literally knew. I like, damn, she bad, right? I know she get hollered at. I said, in my mind, I was like, the only way for me to bag her is I literally have to do some shit that niggas ain't gonna do. And I did the corniest wink of all time. It was like one of them, like you lock eyes and you just hit it with the. Yo, listen. The reason why it worked is that when I did it, she bust out laughing, and I was like, I'm in there because if you get a girl to laugh,
that's a fact.
It's a wrap.
You win.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Yep.
You win.
And it was probably so it was probably so out of the box when she saw the wing. She was probably like,
"Fuck,
you good? You good? Like you good over there?"
At least expect that. I mean,
got something in his eye. Like, is he all right? Like, you might need some help.
The average he ain't gonna. He gonna hit you, yo, ma, yo, what's good, shorty, yo. He gonna hit you with that. He not gonna hit you with the wink. I did the wink. It immediately broke the ice. Immediately.
Damn. Shit, I'm about to be at work tomorrow. Just
hit the wink.
I'm gonna hit the wink. Like,
this back in 2010. It might not work now. You know what I'm saying?
Something's wrong with this dude.
Man, we went through COVID. I don't know if that's gonna work.
I know it's gonna work. I know it's gonna work because nobody's doing it right now. I know it's gonna work. Promise you. Especially if you sit at work, I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's
Get a sticky note.
Hell yeah. Oh, what you said?
Write a sticky note and say, "Oh my God, you look so good today."
And let her read it.
You don't want to see who the fuck said it. You just give it that wink, like.
That'd be like the craziest comment, bro. That's how you. I think that's how you get chicks off
That's
their
hilarious.
toes.
I'm
It's
telling
like
you.
you
I'm
do the
trying to.
least unexpected thing. Like if you're doing something out of their comfort zone, they're like, "Wow,
That was
Like,
different.
yo,
I've
okay,
never seen that
yeah,
before."
yeah. She
Oh
don't want to
yeah,
hear another. She don't want to hear another pickup line for the millionth
yeah.
time.
She don't want to hear
Yeah,
compliments. That's I mean, like
yeah,
stuff like that, but not like the pickup lines. Yeah, stuff like that.
Exactly.
right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry.
hilarious.
I'm sorry though, Brian. You do
If
the
you wrote
sticky
if you wrote a sticky note and just put "I got a crush on you," I promise you it's gonna work. It's
Crush on you.
it's gonna take her back to childhood.
Yeah, back to middle school.
How do you
Like,
do that in the
yeah.
club though?
Hey, no,
What
what
if
is
you're in a
it?
club
Yeah,
setting? What if you're in a club setting?
circle. Yes or no?
I don't
I'm
know,
telling
bro.
you, it works.
Could be shit that shit in the trash, man.
That'll work, bro. I'm telling you, that'll work big time.
You said
The
a club
club, the
setting?
loud music.
Nah, then you got to do the wink. I think then you got to do the wink. You're
You
like,
got to do the wink in the club.
you all the way across the room. You just
Telling you.
We lock eyes.
Yeah, because especially if you not a lame and you do it the most lamest way, they go be like, this motherfucker. There's no way.
yeah, right.
And it opens the dialogue up because then now once you do that, they go be like, you can come up. Yeah, I know I did the corniest shit of all time, but I got you.
And it's fun. Yeah, exactly. And then the sense of humor at that point, like you guys can have. You already know it's like, okay, we got to be a little goofy now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You already open it up.
Serious and all. Like, yeah,
Right. Nah, yeah, you on to something. And then you said, you married now for 30 years.
All from that wink.
Off on the wink, man. Let's go.
Man, work.
All right, man.
We
So
go from relationship advice podcast to the Pure Rap podcast now.
yeah, right.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's get into a couple of these questions, man. So I guess I got one question is for being twins, what's the most annoying question you get asked?
You already know that answer. 100%.
Was it who's who?
Are you guys twins?
Are you guys twins? Okay, yeah, the simple cliche.
Yeah, you guys
yeah.
Out the gate. Off rip.
And I'm sure that's to this day, like your entire life, right?
Yeah.
It never ends.
It don't stop.
It
He
never
just says, this motherfucker just says, yo, that's my cousin. I just met him today. Or he just I met
Oh, what is it? You guys watch Sinners, I assume?
Yeah. That's the movie.
Yeah, is that what they said? Hey, are you guys twins? Nah, we cousins.
Dang. I need to watch it. I'm lost.
What?
I don't know, man. I haven't watched it, man.
Hey, man, at some point, you gonna watch it.
This man's waiting for it.
No, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Just when it comes on streaming, bro.
This man sees some movies.
I'll jump on.
Hell yeah, that one's fire, man. And one thing I'm curious too is because I was saying off the camera, I was telling you my mom's a twin also, and she I was talking to her earlier because I was just curious. I was asking her some things too. I'm like, but she kind of a question that she helped me out with was like, didn't really necessarily know how to word it because something that happens with her and her sister is like they'll be talking and like sometimes if she's getting ready to like express a thought or something, her twin, my aunt would say it out loud. So like, do you guys have ideas at the same time, but you guys never spoke about it before? If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like that twin, like I don't know, intuition, whatever.
Connection to telepathy. Yeah. Sure. It happens all the time. Like it's funny because it's in a lot of different settings. I already know what he's thinking.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Like it's a lot of different settings that I know what he's thinking. I can name the last one. We were sitting in the middle of a party. And he looked at me. I looked at him. I was like, "Oh shit! I already know what's going on. It's time to go."
Oh, that look. It's like,
that's
time
funny.
to get up out of here.
Like it was just it wasn't even a look.
It was just one of those.
Good. I'm like, yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what was going on. I could have been having a great time. I just seen him go. You good? I go, all right, yeah, it's time to go home, but we
Every time.
That's funny. So you guys tune into the playoffs at all, like basketball? Guys.
Oh yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Go Knicks.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna ask. I was curious if you guys were Knicks fans.
Knicks,
and how you feel like it's looking a little,
It's looking a little tough.
I have to admit. All right. I'm actually a Wizards fan. So you know it's true when I say Wizards because they trash.
Yo, you're definitely a
Sorry
fan
to
of
hear
the
that.
Wizards. You have to be a fan.
The
Sorry to hear
Wizards.
that.
Respectfully, we both are. We both are Wizards fans, but
Okay, I respect that though.
because
Yeah.
we live in this, me and Twin, we live in this duality because we spent the first like 10 and a half years of our life in Maryland.
Okay.
And then we moved to New York and spent another 10 and a half of our lives there. A little bit
Okay.
more. A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more than that.
A little bit more. I think it's like 12 years. 12 or 13 years in New York. So we have this strange like affinity to both. So we love the DMV and we love Maryland, but we also love New York. But New York is what made us.
Yeah.
No.
And like so, like our most challenging years was in New York.
Okay, makes sense.
So grit, perseverance, struggle, knowledge, street understanding, all those different things that cultivate what a man can grow up into, we got from New York.
Yeah.
So most of the time, like, so people say, "Where we from?" Like, we just easily sum it down and just say New York.
Okay.
But we rep both. So, like, if you said, "Who's your favorite football team?" I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan because I fell in love with football in Baltimore.
I'm a Giants fan, so yeah, we have odds in that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. So no different than
Sorry to hear that.
basketball.
You say sorry to hear that.
Hey, we got
That's so funny.
Is there still a fan in here?
No.
Nah. I mean, I can't talk shit. My
Yeah, I was gonna say me and we can't say nothing. Me and Caleb, because I'm a Saints fan. He's a Panther fan.
Lord.
So.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't talk shit.
Lord.
I mean, I used to like the Chargers, but you know, they
Lord.
moved, so
Yeah, they're not in San Diego no more. So we disown them.
Right. So when I was living in Baltimore, I became a Ravens fan. So like it's a little bit of a different dynamic. So like no different than basketball. I fucks with the Knicks, fucks with the Wizards heavy. But I like the Wizards too. I'm not a hater. I like the Wizards too. But we kind of play that in between, unfortunately, because we've been
yeah. And I rep the Knicks too, man. When they doing good.
Yeah.
They're winning.
Yeah, so you gotta join the team.
actually, you know, I'm actually surprised they made it this far in the playoffs. So I'm actually really surprised.
Whoa.
No, they got a team. Bro. They got a squad, bro.
I'm surprised. I mean,
Yeah,
they
man.
got a team, but I mean, just with like the injuries going on and stuff like that. I mean, you gotta salute like everybody stay healthy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Because-
That's a wild statement. I can't just let that rock. You said.
Yeah. That was crazy. I'm not even a Knicks fan. And I was like, I'm like, damn.
You're not trash.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, right.
And I
I'm
wanted
like,
the Lakers to go all the way.
I don't
You
even
know
watch
what I mean?
basketball like that. Come on, man.
this man just hating because his team out. Like he got to bring someone else down. Like,
Yeah,
damn.
LeBron getting
you
going.
listen,
It's a wrap for the Lakers, man.
Hey, you gotta do this right here. You gotta do this right here, man. Relax. Just take a seat, man. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah. Yo, that's
Man, yeah, LeBron's on retirement mode, man. The Lakers is cooked for a while.
Yeah, they're cooked.
At least
Yeah.
y'all got though. Y'all got Lucas.
yeah.
so
You got your
y'all-
future secure for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what the future holds.
y'all be out here
So
building
we'll see
up.
what the future holds. Shoot, that's how you can say. I'm a Heat fan, so once
Yeah.
Butler left, I was like, all right, well, rebuild.
Yeah,
Yeah, those guys suck.
Y'all gonna be going through it for at least 2 years.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. So, but yeah, it is what it is.
Saints and Heat fan, damn.
Yeah. Sports wise, I'm
That's
going
up
through
to you.
it for sure.
What?
Yeah.
I was surprised that the Saints didn't let Shador go so far.
They don't know what they do.
that's a whole
Next-
other story, though.
Hey,
Shador
and-
should-
and,
why did he shouldn't have
next
went
question.
that far down?
Next question.
Everybody knows that he shouldn't have gone that far down because
Oh,
I
yeah. That
give
was
him
ridiculous.
shit all the time because he's a Giant fan.
Man.
Right.
You know they don't
Yeah.
make the right decisions.
Yeah.
Eli was good.
Hey, them
Oh,
racist
dip.
ass Giants can't stand to have a black quarterback. We're gonna
We
draft
got Russell Wilson. We got Russell Wilson, and we got
Might as well be a white quarterback. You see Russell
then
Wilson?
we got Jameson Winston.
For real, where's hey,
Hey,
pull Eli
Yeah.
Manning out of the retirement?
Giants country.
He hates.
where,
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah. This is the oh, I keep pointing the other way. This is the football man right here.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
said,
really
you know
wanna
what I'm
be in
talking
the
about. You know what I'm talking about.
Russell
Yeah.
Wilson.
Football
You
maniac,
might as well have
bro.
a white quarterback.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He was drunk. He was drunk at his birthday. We're in the middle of the club. He's over here talking about the Panthers, and I'm like, bro,
Wait, what?
The Panthers.
Yeah, you probably don't even remember.
Was it
I don't even remember.
Hold on by them, bro.
What's yo, what's
Was that
I
last
can't
week?
even hold
Last
you.
weekend?
Of all the organizations in the league right now, bro, to not draft Shador in the first round, the Carolina Panthers let him pass is diabolical.
They got
We're not drafting. We wouldn't draft Shador.
No, bro,
Sit right on Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, bro.
That's
He's
some
not.
crazy
I was
Bryce
in the
Young-
United
Bryce
States
Young
Army. No, Toy, respectfully, I was in the United States Army. I was stationed at Fort Bragg. We got offered tickets to go to a Panthers game. Do you know how much those tickets cost?
Depends on what time of the year it was.
Listen to me. Let's just go with last year, bro. The last year, the tickets for Carolina's Panthers game, bro, was $28.
Oh, I'm sure.
and that was the midsection. I'm talking about 500
Sure.
club.
Because they got. I'll say this: they gotta bring people into the stadium. I see it as this going forward. Bryce, if I'm gonna bring up the Bryce Young topic, we weren't gonna go after Shador because Bryce Young, after he got benched last year, he's shown progress. He put 5 touchdowns on the Falcons on week 18. Like he could have had 6. They gave Miles Sanders a touchdown at the end. He could have had 6 touchdowns that game.
Yep, exactly.
Based off how they're going in the offseason, they brought in a lot of defensive help. Because you gotta say about this, we had the worst defense in the league last year.
Yes.
You're not doing Bryce Young any favor by having
true.
a horrible defense and having no talent around them. There's 3 games last year we could have won against the Eagles, against the Chiefs, and against the Bucks. There's 3 games we could have won there. Our defense didn't do it, and relying on Bryce Young to heroically lead us back to win. But
yeah, you got a point. I was just
the
talking
Shador
about.
I don't think we've traded so much for Young. We wouldn't go get a quarterback like Shador this draft because you gave up to get Young. You can't just give up on him like that.
Oh yeah,
No, I respect it, but that's what I said. Even if you didn't get him in the first round, Shador went 4. So in my mind, I go.
I feel like every team at this point though, it's like
Yeah,
y'all all were.
and that's the only reason why I'm even mentioning it is because it is every team. Every team had a chance to get him at different points. I'm just thinking about it from a business perspective and
to bring money.
That's it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's all I was thinking about.
That's a good point too.
No disrespect to the Carolina Panthers.
No,
all disrespect.
I get that aspect. I'll say this: bringing back Cam Newton was what you're saying. Bringing back Cam Newton
that would have done it too. Yes,
they put Cam Newton in a bad situation with a horrible offensive line, and it made him obviously he's not going to come into a team whole new front office compared to when he was there before. We had Matt Rule, and like you expect him to learn the playbook within a couple of days and start the following week. Like it was a bad situation for him.
I respected it, but that's why I said with the Cam Newton situation, because of who Cam Newton was to that organization, let him be a coach. Put him as a positional coach first. Let him be the quarterback. Let him be the quarterback coach.
Yeah, or some type
do this in your free time. Do this in your free time. We love you, but we can't give you a spot. But hey, just do this in the free time. Now you're getting his fans, his love, his appreciation, and his energy. You just letting him get on podcasts and do his own little talk show, and it's like, bro, he still has energy to be able to put into the game, and you just gonna let him walk. And he's the best thing that one of the best things that happened to your organization outside of Steve Smith, who is arguably my favorite wide receiver of all time.
He's the reason why I'm a Panther fan.
So when Steve Smith left the Carolina Panthers and came to the Baltimore Ravens, trust me, I was. I got a signature of him and his stuff in my man cave right now.
Yeah, I got a signed jersey and everything. So
the Steve Smith, yeah, let's go. Shout out to y'all too. Shout out to y'all too.
No, but
I don't like what I'm hearing. No, but
going forward, I see the promise with us, the moves we've made. Oh, I can't say the same for the Saints though. I think they're going to be horrible.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree with you.
I think Saints will be horrible. They're going to get Arch Manning.
It was so bad. Derek Carr retired.
He retired early.
Hey, it was so bad he retired. So I agree with you.
I know that hurt. I'm not gonna hold that. I know that hurt.
Yeah.
My man's living a happy family life, bro. He's making TikToks now. Bro's chilling now.
bro is stress free. Like
you gotta
chilling.
Yeah, man. Derek Carr. Yeah, shout out Derek Carr. I guess, man.
I never liked Derek Carr.
Yeah. let's
I
let's
do solemnly
there you go.
apologize. I know we got off-winded. My bad. I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good, man. It's I mean, shoot, it's podcast stuff, man. That's how it goes, honestly.
It really is.
You can't restrict.
Football with men. You can't mix football and basketball with men, and that should not be its own little thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's how I feel. Like me, I'm sure Darnell was thinking it too. As soon as you start talking, as soon as you start bringing it past,
We're gonna speak on sports for 30 minutes. Like I'm like holding back what I really want to say because we're gonna be here all night.
Yeah, that's how I was gonna say. I was gonna try to I was gonna be like, Caleb, we got
men in sports, bro. It's a crazy topics. It's just crazy engagement, argument.
You could be here 2 hours and not realize that we've been on the stream the whole time. We'd be like, oh wait a minute, we're supposed to be like. No, that's
go back
funny
to the music, man.
Let's get it.
Yeah. So our last rapid fire question is. So this one you get to pick 4. You get to pick 4 things, right? So the first one is you could pick one album. All these are for the rest of your life. You pick one album for the rest of your life, one TV show, one movie, and one book, and you get to pick all 4 of those. In a briefcase or whatever. And that's all you get. Can't read it. Can't do anything else. Nothing else. Everything else erases, basically, pretty much. If that makes sense.
Is there a prize?
Yeah.
Is it a what?
Is there a prize for those 4 that we picked?
Oh no! Like you could just you get 4 of them. So we'll start with one album. So one album.
Okay, I'll let you go first.
Damn, you would put me on the spot. Let me
do it.
All right, first I'll go with the book, The Kabbalion. Right. I just started reading that very powerful book. So The Kabbalion. You said one album, right? And then you said one album, one book,
TV show, and movie.
Right? All right, so book, The Kabbalion. Album, I would have to go with, man, it's a tough choice, but because I'm gonna have to go with
It's a tough one.
Damn, that is a tough one because I love so many albums.
Right.
I would go with The Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar.
See him on Saturday.
Yeah, it was a tough choice between Nas, so that's why I said it was kind of hard. And then the movie Coming to America, absolute classic. That's one of my favorite movies for sure. And then you said one TV show, Martin.
Ooh,
that's kind of a tough one because I would choose Martin.
Ooh, damn! I like Fresh Prince better too. Both
Fresh,
are fire.
it's kind of hard.
Tough. That's tough.
Depends what you want.
That is tough.
I go with Martin. That's
Martin's fire.
For myself, I would say number 1, album wise, and it can't be my own because I would have said if it's funny how life is. I'm cool with that. Can it be my own album?
No, you guys get to keep your music though.
So, so I would say if
that's too easy.
If I had to pick anyone, damn, that's a tie between "There's a Dark Side" by Redman and "Capital Punishment" by Big Pun.
Oh.
Then a close second would have been Mobb Deep. Okay, so long story short, I would say if I had to pick one for character reference, I would say Capital Punishment by Big Pun would be the album. The book would probably be The Rock Contact, Teaching the Law of One.
Okay. I'm about to look these up.
Yeah, for that one, for the book.
It's a good read.
Only because it's a really good read for people who are intellectuals, and I'm a hood nerd. Let's just say that I'm a hood nerd.
The ending
we're gonna coin that term. We're gonna coin that term. I'm a hood nerd.
I like that, hood nerd.
Movie, and I only had to pick one. Life.
Ooh. That's a great one. That's a great pick.
I gotta go with Life. Yeah. Because and Coming to America is such a close second, but I gotta go with Life.
And TV show.
TV show would probably have to be Marrying Real Life with no scandals, no nonsense going on. Martin.
Okay,
I thought you would have chose Chappelle's Show.
No. So Chappelle's Show was I was gonna go with Chappelle's Show, but the problem is he wasn't able to continue it because of ownership. I'm talking about like with Martin. At least Martin, he had somewhat ownership stake in. There was no scandals. If you think about TV shows and what's going on in the world, there was no scandals that came about or happened with Martin.
Yeah, fair enough. Besides
the Gina stuff, though, right? Didn't they get kind of like have a little like problem?
We had a little beef with Martin over the years.
Yeah,
a little beef, but
that was later though. Right?
Yeah,
that was monetary.
time.
That was money that could be fixed.
It wasn't like,
major
switching in the middle of the.
Yeah.
So, but if I could check, so you know what? Just to make my answer different than Twins, I would say Chappelle Show because he got his rights back at the end.
Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show.
Do we get to play this game, Brian?
Huh?
I said, do we get to play this game?
We can play this on an episode. On our maybe next episode we can do it. We can do that in person. Yeah, we could do that in person.
I'm going with Chappelle Show.
Yeah, okay, Chappelle Show. That's a classic too. I mean, you can't go wrong with. There's so many good stuff out there. Like you really can't. There's like no right or wrong answer for this, man.
For real. Nah, it's all good answers, all classics.
Oh yeah, yeah. Caleb, you were gone when I made this question. Like I was like, because I was like, damn, we need like one of those staple questions because we asked so many random stuff. I'm like, we need something we can just use like for a damn, like, you know. Yeah. And I was like, oh, shoot, I just thought of a random question to use for like every interview. But yeah, man, let's get into it. So let's talk about, you know, the summer of 2000. You know what I mean? The cipher at Soundview Park, correct?
Yeah.
What was that moment like? That it gave you that spark to start rapping?
I would say it was very I would say it's influential, man. I mean, that kind of started our rap journey because it's nothing like. I mean, they don't really do it no more. We just recently did a cipher up in Brooklyn to kind of like bring back the essence a little bit. Because back in the day, in 2000, the ciphers were still alive, man. And I remember my cousin was taking us to the park to go hoop because that's all you doing is time in New York. Go hoop.
Hold on.
Yeah, but
it's probably the airplane again.
Yeah, he's like in that area too, where the close to the airport. So,
but yeah, we it was very influential time because like our cousin was taking us to play basketball in the park or whatever, and as we were walking by out front the corner store in the Bronx, man, they were just one dude's had this little beatbox playing, and he was just, you know, kicking the beat, like, you know how like the guys that make beats or whatever, you know what I'm saying, on like, I don't know how to explain it, but
like beatboxing, like
beatboxing. So the dude was beatboxing, and then they would start rapping and freestyling about the situation right in front of you. So Twin being 9 years old, we like, the fuck he rap about? What did he just say about this? Talking about this dude's shirt, talking about this car that just drove by, what he liked to do. And then my cousin just randomly hops in the cipher and starts doing the same thing. And I'm sitting there like shocked and awe. Me and Twin look at each other like, yo, this is dope. Like, everybody, people walking by, like they just stopping, listening, like, yo, everybody's praising you, and you know what I'm saying, like, oh, that's tough, that's like that, they asking for your information and all that. And then like as we went to the park, man, me and Twin just asked the question, yo, how do you do that? How did you figure this out? Our cousin showed us how to write our first rhymes and you know, do all the rap stuff, and you know, we just fell in love with writing music from that moment on, man. So that's kind of
and it was more about the creative aspect of it, like whatever is in your mind that you want to write down, like, because you know, like journaling to men, especially masculine men, journaling to us is like,
like what? Yeah,
I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
you talking about a diary? Like,
a diary? That's for little girls. So with men, with us, like being able to express ourselves, you know, creatively, to be able to make other people think about the shit, and that thought-provoking aspect of it was like so captivating to us that we was like, yo, we want to tap in to that essence and that frequency. So like, you know, you can't listen to any one of our songs and go, oh, I could just listen to this one time and this is it. Like, no, listen to what we're saying, because a lot of people nowadays, especially the younger group, they're not paying attention to the lyrics anymore. They're letting the beat ride and saying this is just hot and it's cranking, so I'm with it. But if you pay attention to like what is being said, you probably wouldn't fuck with the message.
Right.
So like naturally, me and Twin, because we come from the essence of, portraying a message, because those 5 pillars, everybody forgets about the 5th pillar, which is knowledge. What am I saying to you that will make you live a better life? What am I saying to you to make you have a different perspective about what could possibly, bring you to a different plane of existence? What can I say to you to make you understand, like, hey, there's a way to elevate. This is the direction. Nobody does that anymore, and it's about partying, throwing shit, and whatever the case may be. So if you listen to our catalog starts off with us talking to our kids, and then we say, you know what? If I can't get through to you with the message, hold on one second. If I can't get through to you with the message that's being said, can I get through to you by being just like you, but different enough to be able to show you a different path? So our entire catalog is structured in a way that we're talking to the downtrodden, leading them to God.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah,
So
fact.
if you break it down and the substance of what it is, we can do a strip club record. I'm showing you, like, hey, I'm right here with you. All these different things doesn't have to appease me. I don't have to be sucked into this lifestyle and think that this is supposed to be me. It doesn't have to be, because I'm much more. And as we envelop and give out the track list, that's what that is. It's we're showing you there's more to us than just what you've seen so far.
Yeah, but to answer your question, long story short, that's how the Soundproof Park influenced our live, our hip hop journey, our rap career. Yeah,
it did.
Damn. No, that's real.
Yeah.
And who were like, well, I kind of want to go on, kind of what he was saying. Like, so what is, like, first off, how did you guys come up with, to having that concept of, or to making that more of the message to you guys' music or track lists, or what you're going to be making? I guess the full question I would be asking is, as a duo, especially because it's easy to do that individually, right? But as a duo too, how was that creative process to do, kind of what you were just speaking about?
It's a challenge for sure. A lot of people will think it's easy because it's two of us. All you gotta do is one verse, hook, verse, you're done. It's not that easy. Because we have to agree on it. So
right.
the first things first is you have to literally, like, our creative process comes into it. He started the idea of putting our track list in order and kind of get like a story. That was Twins. That was his idea. He had to convince me to jump back into the arena. I wasn't gonna be jumping back into rap or doing any type of rapping or nothing like that. I didn't even care too much about it. After I left the service, I was like, man, I'm just trying to take care of my family, do what I got to do, come home, whatever, move on to business ventures and stuff like that. I wasn't thinking rap. But we had a conversation. He convinced me to jump back into the arena, and I said I won't do something nobody should have done. That's how this conversation happened with that. So to answer your question with the track titles, not to be too long-winded about it, but the track titles, we want to be able to display a message, because we look at ourselves like conscious rappers, but we don't like to look at it like where we have to be only into boom bap conscious rap. We try to make it entertaining as well. That's why we come out with a lot of different albums, and they don't sound the same. Like, a lot of people ask, yo man, your Fro Summer album sounds completely different than Funny How Life Is. Your She Made Heaven For album sounds different than It's Funny How Life Is. Like, yeah, because we're not trying to be on this repetitive loop of making the same music. Because no disrespect to Lil Baby, but you already know what Lil Baby sound like. You already know what he's gonna come up with. It's not gonna be too different than his other shit.
It gets to a point where it's like boring.
Yeah, and I'm not
like if you eat the same food every day, like, you're gonna get tired of it.
Exactly, and it's like I said, no disrespect to Lil Baby, but you already know what he sound like, right? That's what I guess locked into. We didn't want to get locked into, oh, you sound like this every single time. Like, yeah, we develop our own sound, but we want to be, creatively different and still be able to deliver the message that we want to get across, to answer your question. Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah, we want to be different. Different. Like, different type of music, different style, different, rhyme schemes, telling
Also making you
stories.
stand out at the same time.
Yeah, stand out. Cause yeah, like what you're saying, like Lil Baby sounds like his project can sound like one big song because it all sounds the same.
Yeah,
And you're like,
Right.
exactly.
nah, I'm trying to give you section of songs,
Some more
different,
cohesive. Yeah.
yeah, something
Right.
that you could be like, oh, the transitions, the
Yeah.
intro, the outro,
Yeah,
stuff
because the
like that.
excitement, because it's if you think about what hip hop is, right? You don't want all hip hop songs to sound the same. So
No,
like giving a different sound is one of the hardest things that you can ask an artist to do.
Hmm.
Be able to create a sound that's so different. That's like, yo, I can fuck with you. Woo, you got this going on. You got that going on. Woo, woo. Me and Twin was like, you know what? One of our biggest, influences. I don't know if this is your question, but one of our biggest influences was Outkast, because Outkast, their first album didn't sound like the third album, and you
That's
get
facts.
you know what I'm saying. The Love Below didn't sound like the Speaker Box. You see what I'm saying? So you think about it from the perspective of like, yo, can we just give different ideas of what it means to be hip hop artists? Like if somebody says, yo, the 2wIIN Kingz dropping an album, I want people to go, I don't know what this is gonna sound like.
I like that
It's
answer.
gonna
Yeah.
sound. It's gonna sound like She Made Heaven Fall. Is it gonna sound like Afro Summer? Is it gonna sound like In Order of Precedence? Is it gonna? You get what I'm saying? I
Right.
want it to be that mystery of saying like, yo, no, we're putting together a project.
Hmm.
This is the theme of it. We're doing this. So no different than what we're doing now. We're doing something that's so outside of the box that a lot of people don't even have the minds to be able to, think about what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
doing an album that's dropping on Juneteenth, and the
Oh wow.
album dropping on Juneteenth is a Black empowerment album. But
Dope.
it's made to make you understand that you are stuck in a loop as a Black man in America, a Black woman in America. It's made to make you think we're stuck in a loop that we need to break.
And on top of that, just to add a little bit, since he already let it know, yeah, we're dropping an album Juneteenth this year. It's called Living in the Past.
We're living in the past, yeah.
Yeah, Living in the Past. And then
That's real.
the album sonically doesn't sound like nothing we've done before. Put it that way. So it's gonna be completely different. Like
so
people
different, fresh, no sound
Yeah.
of everything from the
Yeah,
catalog.
it's gonna sound completely different than
Nothing.
anything
Yeah,
else.
that's dope.
So like some people, like I had some people say they ain't like it. I had some people say, yo, this shit is fucking mind blowing how y'all motherfuckers floated on that. It's just, you know what I'm saying? And the messages is there. Like that's what it's about. So
Yeah, because it's about respectfully, it's all about bringing the lyrics and the understanding of listening to lyrics back to
Yeah.
hip hop. Because
Right.
we're used to just saying like, yo, Glorilla's going off. She had a great year. Fuck yeah. And it's about that. But
Yeah.
nobody started to pay attention to lyrics until
They're getting-
Kendrick and Drake's beef.
You're not wrong about that. Yeah, we spoke about that before too.
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Like
facts.
nobody started
Yeah.
to pay attention to lyrics until it was like what he said about what. I'm gonna break this down.
Yeah, because they need to hear every single word. Yeah.
That essence of what breaking down lyrics is, most of the time it's artists that are critiquing other artists about it. So I'm just letting you know, like it's deeper than what than the surface level stuff.
No, that's real. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, you good, bro.
You know? Yeah, no, it's funny. You. Oh yeah, we just kidding.
No, you good.
Yeah. My fault. No, it's you guys literally answered the question too, because I was gonna ask if you guys were dropping a project. Like that was literally one of the questions I was gonna ask you guys too about this year. So shoot, thank you for that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing too. Like, I kind of want to even get back on doing album reviews. We used to do a lot of album reviews, like heavy, but that was a big thing, I think, with us doing our reviews compared to a lot of people who we've seen. Doing it on YouTube. No knock to anybody. You know, everyone has their way of how they structure and do things.
Yeah.
But that was one thing that we focused on too, was a lot of like lyrics. You know what I mean?
Deep diving into it.
Yeah, actually doing a deeper dive and breaking things down, more of like kind of what we interpreted, you know, a lot of some artist lines as. But I agree with you on that. Like, I feel like that's a huge part of hip hop. That's kind of, it's making its way back. You know what I mean? You're starting to see it too, even with like you said, on the lines of Kendrick to Drake. I was going to ask you about that too, and I'm happy you went in that direction. Because how did you feel about like seeing the Joey Badass diss tracks coming out versus West Coast artists, Rayvon, Daylight, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah,
if you guys paid attention to any of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wanted to know your thoughts too, for real.
Yeah, I'm very hip to rap beef and all that stuff like that. Like I pay attention to all of it because, like I said, I'm a lyricist, so I definitely pay attention to when people actually compete.
Right, it's competitive. Yeah.
I compete with Twin every fucking track, so I'm always testing my pen. So yeah, to answer your question about the Joey Badass and the West Coast shit, I think it was fair because Joey called it, man. Joey put his nuts on the table and called him out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the flack that comes with that, he stood on his 10 toes and he delivered. He didn't back down. I thought it was kind of an unfair match because you getting jumped now, but you asked for it, But
yeah,
in my opinion,
he held his own.
I think Joey held his own, man. Shout out to Brooklyn, man. We know how we do. But he definitely held his own. Lyrically, he was there. In my opinion, I think he's like slapped the shit out of Rayvon. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. Keeping it real. Now, Rayvon ain't no slouch. But
yeah,
Joey,
and he's younger too. So yeah.
And I talked to Twin about this too. I said, man, Rayvon ain't no slouch. But when I heard his track, I was like, he definitely slapped the shit out of him. Like, relax. Yeah. Like, because I had to go back because me and Twin was arguing about it. And he was on Rayvon's side, and I was like, Twin, listen, Joey shit again. Bar for bar, like he slapped the shit out of him. Like, I don't even want you. I want your boss, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
like, yo, chill out, little nigga. I ain't even. Yeah. I want your boss. I don't want you. Take these.
Like, I don't think you might not know my history, bro. Like, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Like, it was one of those.
Top on the phone.
Yeah, I was like, shit. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I listened to it, I was like, yeah, he came for him and let him know where he stand with that. And then yeah, man, I shout out to Joey, man. He definitely did his thing, man.
And that's what I just a segment on what Twin's talking about. I fucking love hip hop when it's just like, yo, bro, let's just have friendly feuds, bro.
Just rap.
There's nothing like that situation because it wasn't based off of like
beef. It wasn't real.
Yeah. It wasn't beef. It wasn't beef. It wasn't street bullshit. That's complicated in the pen. He's like, yo, bro, I'm really nice. I'm really him. Da da da.
Exactly.
Like, send me yours. I'm gonna send mine. Like it's one of those. Like that's why it was never beef. And it was like you gotta love hip hop because hip hop shows you that you can dispute with somebody and still show love to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Daylight. In my opinion, I think Daylight won that battle. In my opinion,
Daylight's
pen is ridiculous. Like in my opinion, Daylight's pen is ridiculous. Like the metaphors, the similes, the wordplay is just.
And I agree with you, Twin. But that's my whole point. So like, I'm not saying like his approach to it. So when you ask me about that beef. It wasn't beef. I just look at it like that's a friendly feud. That's a friendly fade. We going out. Hey, bro, you was talking shit in the studio, nigga. Come outside.
That's the sport aspect of hip hop.
Let's get it off. All right, cool. You got yours. I got mine. All right, cool. We done. All right, cool. Love is love.
Yeah.
Let the people decide on what it's going to be. Right. And that right there is just what hip hop is because we came off the corners.
Yeah.
So it's just that beauty of seeing that happen on a major stream platform because like I mean people try to make it seem like battle rap is not mainstream.
Nah, battle rap is elite.
Battle rap is mainstream.
Yeah.
Nigga, you're filling arenas with niggas battling. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about, but if I can name K-Shine and the Geechee Gottis and the Tay Rocks, nigga, they're mainstream niggas.
Yeah, Daylight now, you know what I mean? Like it's like all them guys.
Daylight is a mainstream nigga. So we're looking at the situation and we're watching it blend together. And I'm looking back as a fan, like I love this.
Yeah.
My side on the me and Twin side on the fence is we're hit makers, but let a nigga call us out.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm looking forward to it. That's all with this shit.
Yeah,
And that's
I didn't get the
go
other
ahead.
aspect of like all the other people jumping in.
No, but that's just the sport of it. Like it's just
Yeah, that
like,
was a sport
you
of
know what I
it.
mean? Yeah.
So just to give you
Yeah,
a heads up,
that was Joey.
it's labeled. Hold on, no. Whenever it's team versus team, always.
Yeah.
So just be mindful that in hip hop and in mainstream records and underground records or whatever the case it be, it's team versus team. So no different than if somebody shots us out, and then we have little niggas in the fort that's like, yo, how dare they
Exactly.
call out the twins?
Yeah.
I want to talk shit before the twins respond. It's the same thing because the fort's gonna say, like, nigga, it's a cohesive effort. So it's camp versus camp. When you're
Yeah.
looking at Joey Badass, it's Joey Badass in his camp versus TDE.
Yeah.
But
So
And West Coast. It was a West Coast guy coming out of East Coast going out. Yeah.
You see that in sort of in every battle. Like even with G Unit was beefing with Dipset and beefing with the Locks or beefing with, you know what I'm saying, Fat Joe and the Turf Squad. You can see it's always gonna be team versus team. But in my opinion, Joey called out the whole West Coast. In my opinion,
Exactly. That's why more West Coast
That's why
artists.
people, all of them are gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said too much
He
West
had
Coast.
YG saying something on track.
Yeah, when he said it's too much West Coast dick licking. Now you wasn't specific. You said the whole West Coast. So in my opinion, I feel like it was a fair game.
The whole West Coast.
It's to me, it's fair game for anybody to respond, and it's up to Joey to decide which one is worth to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that was a smart it was a smart tactic to kind of put yourself back because Joey was on the
acting
shows and the acting.
Yeah, exactly.
Active with hip hop, but for his whoever his team is, if it was his idea, whoever it was, that was great marketing because you literally go somebody and then you got all the top dogs over there and to come at you, and then you got a chance to respond and propel yourself back into that light.
Right.
That's hip hop.
I still do. You know what I'm saying?
That's hip hop. Like people,
I think everyone came out as a winner.
People forget about the friendly fades. Like we make it seem like these top level battle rappers never had street time on the street, working their way up through the fucking ranks.
Exactly.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Make people talk about you and say, "Yo, this nigga's nice." Da da da. He got to talk to whoever. That's how battle rap was born. It was born in New York because at the end of the day, New York knows, hey, bro. At the end of the day, like if you talking some shit, bro, we want to hear it.
Yeah.
About this nigga.
Like, where's that 16 at? You can't just say it. Like,
you got 3 16s for this nigga. I hope so. I hope you were smart enough to bring a fourth because he's coming.
Yeah. That's true, huh?
That's the element of hip hop that me and Twin fell in love with, and we've always been a part of, and that's part of what we built. And that's what we're trying to produce and do things a little bit in a different light, only because what me and Twin did that's so far and vast that's different is the fact that nobody listens to or reads the track titles and say, oh my God, your track titles are saying a story or relaying a message.
How we get to this, Twin?
I'll stop.
Nah, you're good, man.
I'm just being honest. It's just hip hop. We're looking at hip hop from what it is, and from what it is the essence, and we love it because we're looking at a situation like, yo, how can we propel it forward? Okay, as an artist, can you make your entire catalog give somebody something, as opposed to them just saying like, oh my God, I love this verse from you. I want to see what else you got.
Yeah.
I get it.
Right. So I listened to a Nas album. I'll never forget because I was a big Nas. I'm a huge Nas fan.
Yeah.
So when Nas dropped the Hit Boy, the three records, the three joints that he did with Hit Boy.
Yeah,
I go, he dropped the third one, and I was looking at his fucking track titles. It was like, I'm looking at his track titles to say, how long is the record gonna be? The whole tape. Who's featured on it? Who made the beats? That's it. There's nothing else that I'm looking for the track titles for. I said, yo, you know what? I can add an element to that and say, you know what? I want my albums to give you a message. So when you read my track titles, you appreciate how far I came.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though.
So
that's where.
Hold on, Twin.
Bad.
Actually, one of y'all pull up. It's funny how life is, and read the track titles.
Yeah. Hold on, I got you. I'm gonna look that up.
Please do. Just do
On my
that.
phone, so. Brian, you gotta be the one.
Huh?
So
I got it
you
right
gotta be
here.
the one. We're on our phone.
Oh yeah. Right. If you guys do it, you go.
You want to see me right now? Like, oh shoot!
Hell yeah.
Read the track titles.
Yo, that's great. Actually, crazy.
Don't include the features. Don't include the features.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna lie, because even me, like I was just playing the songs, and now that I'm actually reading it, I'm like, yo, that's actually wild.
Right. Read the track.
I got you. So it's first things first, recognize the truth, but owning your fears. When fulfilling your desires, you'll find love. So let go of your past and earn respect by knowing who you are, especially how people can be inherently selfish. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, yo, I didn't realize that until you said that now. So
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually crazy, bro.
That's hip hop.
I think that might be like I'm about to start going through like
our listen to me, bro. Our entire catalog from the moment we released our first record, it's all a phrase. It's all telling you, we're giving you a message and telling you as we're releasing them.
Yeah, literally when I say it's all in order.
No, I'm looking at the other ones right now. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of blew my mind, bro.
And then
how was it coming up with that though?
Shoot.
Like, what was how did you even like how did
we come up with the message together. We kind of sit down, we brainstorm and say, all right, man, what message do we want to deliver? How do we want to go about it? Are we going to make this album or this single, whatever it may be? How we want to fit this inside of this puzzle? So it's like a puzzle in a way. So we just building a puzzle in that. So it's dual layered. So when I say it's dual layered, because it's two of us, right?
Yeah.
So Twins focusing on, or we both kind of focus on the individual track titles, but we also, that the secondary layer is every album that we've ever released does the same thing. The album titles do the same thing.
In order of precedence, everything changed.
I'll get to that.
We made Heaven Fall and Froze Summer. It's funny how life is.
Yo, I'm over here looking at the Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of actually
it's like the creative aspect of it, and
I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before, bro.
Music in general is creative art.
Yes,
I've never seen that before, bro.
It's a body of work that it's a body of hold on, twin. It's a body of work that you could appreciate. Like, cause you'd be like, yo, bro, I heard about this. Bro, yo, the
that
Twins
shit blew my mind, man.
Down on my podcast. Yo, at some point I gotta tell somebody else, like, yo, bro, these niggas are maniacs.
Because it's more we focus.
Nah, that's different. That's different.
Yeah, we focus more on the art, the creativity of it. We don't just release it to release it. Everything has to have a purpose. Everything has to have a meaning.
And also be different at the same time, knowing that no one else is doing what you're doing.
Exactly. And that's the only reason why I jumped back in this arena. Shout out to Twin. Like I said, he's really the maniac that started this journey with us, because if he didn't convince me to get back in the arena, he'd have been rapping by himself. I would have been like, fuck him. You know what I mean? But when he convinced me to jump back into this arena, I told him, I said, I want to do something nobody's ever done before, so I can hang my hat and say I did that.
No, that's different. Like
no different. So as mind blown you are, just to prove a point, pick another album.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I like as soon as you said that, I literally clicked on and Froze Summer. I literally looked at it, started reading it while you were saying that. I'm like, yo, nah, this there ain't no way, bro. Hold on, look at this, bro.
It's deeper. It's deeper, right?
Yeah, this is in Froze Summer.
It's like open your third eye going into it, because people are not thinking of it like that.
Big facts. Says C game, but choose using the tools that most overlook, no matter where games given by OGs and queens. So listen when turning up or chilling, you'll learn something to free your mind. Exactly what you're just like.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, I gotta like.
Yo,
nah, for real, because that's like, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't, I'm heavy on hip hop, like as far as like like Did Prez and Commons and those, like that's like my lane of hip hop, like. But that's the first time I've ever seen that, like actually
that creative aspect of
reading the track list, and it's a message. The track list is a message. I've never seen that before, so I got it. Like, I'm mind blown right now because I've never seen it before, and that's like, and seeing it right now in real time, looking at it while you guys are saying it, I'm like, yo, I'm low key like, yo, so I got to give you guys major props for that, because that's that's difficult too, like to actually,
very
difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that might be harder than writing the tracks, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, it literally is. It's a whole separate thing of hip hop.
Hey, Twin, hold on. So
that's
I'm
crazy.
gonna tell you how difficult it is, right? So one, I'm gonna give you two aspects. I'm not gonna make it long winded. The first time that I had an argument with a guy that said Young Dolph did it first, right? Because Young Dolph, I think Young Dolph,
He did have that project, yeah.
He did a project where he did that, right?
Okay.
But what a lot of people don't know, right, is Young Dolph was already successful, right? I'm not taking no credit away from him. You know, he's a phenomenal artist. You know what I'm saying? But the year that Dolph came out with that, Twin did it first. Like Twin is the first person I seen do that on a tape. He has a tape called Kiss. He did that. Layered it like that. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I've never seen that before. I think that's dope. I think we could do something with that, whatever. But we never did anything with that tape. He sent it out to like a few people, whatever, yada yada. But we never really put it out. We'll get to that, I guess, later on in the episode. But
fuck him, because he made a part 2.
Part 2. But
that's part of what's about to come out. It's about to come out because I'm about to drop Kiss outside of our regular fucking mainstream.
We're gonna get to that.
It's like individually.
I would say for Dolph for that project. For that project for Dolph, it was like in response to Yo Gotti, for what I remember. What you said.
Yes.
So between the difference between you guys, he only did that for that project. You guys are doing that behind the concept of all your music,
the very first song, the very first album, the very first anything that we've done. It's to build on what we did so far.
Yeah.
It's
did for that
you can read. If I sent you a playlist of all the songs that we did in order, you'd be like, "Oh shit!"
Now, honestly, I would like you to do that.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you because, it's funny because now I'm gonna send it to him. The funny thing is, when you look at the situation from the perspective of us, we go, "Yo," from the very first track that we ever put out to the very first album that we did, it's all in cohesion. There's no breaks in between that.
Mm-hmm.
The EPs work with the albums, so you could just follow it along. So that's the reason why a lot of people who are fans of us and people that fuck with us heavy, they go like, "Yo, y'all fuck with the Twins and Woo." They say that because they go, "Yo, I don't know what the fuck this is the excitement. I don't know what the fuck the Twins are gonna drop. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna sound like. I don't know what this is gonna be about." And I also know that it's going to be in cohesion to everything else that they did to 100 records.
Yeah, now I'm excited for the the next project that's about to drop because I'm like now I'm like, hold on,
I'm about to start reading it. You're talking to this. What I'm saying, you're talking to people who are not slouches. We know what lyrics mean. We know what creativity means. We know what a canvas looks like. So if you say you're talking to artists. Yeah, you're talking to artists because nigga, we're painting this fucking picture for you to see.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you get to appreciate it and feel like you're a part of it because now you're in the know. You know what we've done before that, and you get to know what's going on beyond that.
Hell yeah.
Salute to that.
Now you're on point with that, bro. That's
right. Different.
Nah, you deserve your flowers with that one because that's like, not for real. That's different.
Yeah.
And that's hip hop right there too. 100%. Like you don't see that. So shout out to you guys for that one too, because I'm excited for the next one. I want to take up all your guys' time as well.
Man, take up my time, man. We good, bro.
Yeah. I was curious too about you guys said you guys were in the service as well. How because I did see one, I believe it was one of your was kind of just looking through the page but a couple of with the cigars. Was talking about Afghanistan. I'm like, okay, so I was kind of just tying two things together while I was just kind of doing my research. You guys did time in Afghanistan as well, correct?
Yeah.
And then I want to start off with that, like, how was it, your service as well? And then going out of it, I know you were talking about, you weren't really, rapping or doing the hip hop thing. So coming out of it, I was curious about, kind of connecting that,
transition.
The transition,
Even in Afghanistan, we was rapping. I promise.
Okay. Yeah.
We used to hit each other up. That's when we used a lot of Skype and Uvu. We both was in the service. He deployed out of Fort Bragg. I deployed out of Fort Richardson, Alaska. I think Twin did 2.5, 3. How many years? 3 years, 2.5. I mean,
I did four and some change.
you did 4 and some change. I did about 9 years. So throughout the service, yeah, I did many deployments. Afghanistan is the combat tour. I've been a lot of places, but I mean, to answer your question with the transition, I mean, yeah, the transition was a bit rough. Coming from military lifestyle to now civilian lifestyle where people don't give a fuck what you did in the damn service. Realistically, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some people think you're, I guess, I don't know if it's too cool for school, or you think you somebody or whatever. Or I'm just a human being, man. I'm just that job. I left the job and now I'm trying to transition back. But the lifestyle is a bit different. As far as the music, I mean, like I said, I landed a good job out the service. And like I said, I had a wife and kids, so I was my main priority was, you know, taking care of my family. I didn't think about hip hop or that like that. So when we first kind of started, when Twin had to convince me to jump back in the arena, it was 2019. We convinced me to jump back in the arena. We dropped the album. But it was a lot of learning curve because I told him, I said, I'm not jumping in this music industry and I'm not going to understand how it works. I want to know how it works. I want to know how the business side of it. I want to know the intricacies, the ins and outs, you know, and just, you know, learn along the way. It was a lot of roadblocks, especially the first album we dropped. We ended up changing our name. It went from Kings County Twins to 2wIIN Kingz. Because that was a whole argument in itself. But we finally got everything squared away, the business side of it, the intricacies, the LLCs, the et cetera, et cetera. And then once we got that ball rolling, now you see the progress of the tapes that we're dropping because we never stopped writing. I think that's a lot of people think that, oh, you was in the service for 9 years, you never wrote no music. No, a lot of guys that
you were still writing though, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of guys that was in the service, like they heard me rapping, they knew I rap. I even had a little battle in Afghanistan, you know.
Oh damn.
Yo, Twin, wait, Twin, you had a battle.
Yeah, I had a battle.
Yo,
I had a battle.
Yo, Twin, yo, I swear our lives are married. Our lives are married, my nigga. Because I had a battle. I had a battle in Afghanistan. This nigga said to me, he said, yo, you rap? I'm like, yeah, I rap. This nigga set up a whole fucking thing. Mind you, I got the fucking video, I swear. I don't know. Maybe after this podcast, I might release a video.
Oh, that'd be fire.
The nigga looked at me and said, yo, I want to rap with you. Woo, woo. I said, say less. Bro, I cooked him.
Yeah. Yeah,
the nigga looked at me and said, who the fuck is him?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, my rap battle wasn't as I wouldn't say it wasn't as successful, I guess, in a way, but it was set up the same way. Judges, you know, service members came through there, soldiers came through there. We, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. We went. It was one verse, so that's kind of how it went.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, the initial.
We couldn't do 2 verses because we had war, my nigga.
All right, yeah.
Hey, bunker babies, you heard? Twin.
All right, Twin, you cut me off, nigga. Damn.
Sorry, bunker babies. I'm just saying.
Anyway, so yeah, we did one verse for one verse. It wasn't as successful because apparently through the initial, the initial battle, I lost. But then my man's came up to me. One of the judges came up to me after, was like, "Nah, we watched the footage. You cooked them." I was like, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going. It's just for other people to debate that.
Yeah.
You know, so, but yeah, we did that. Like I said, we was always, you know, writing music. I came up with songs, even no matter where I went, I always found a studio to go record something. Me and him got a bunch of stuff that's in the archives that haven't came out and probably won't come out. But yeah, we have a lot of music. We've always written over the years. My creativity always got to go somewhere. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's how
it was always just more therapeutic for you guys, like at that time too.
Yeah,
it's
still therapeutic. I got blown.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I got blown up twice.
Oh shit!
I don't wear this hat. I don't wear this hat. You know, just to wear it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing this to just wear it. I'm telling you, like yo, I've really been through some shit.
Yeah.
I shed blood for the country. Almost died twice. A lot of different things happened in regards to Afghanistan, you know, journeys and stuff like that. But like, I'm not praising it. I'm just letting you know, like, yo, I've been through it.
Yeah.
And you'll hear it periodically through our music. We kind of do a lot of references, especially within the lyrics. It's not so much topic driven to say we talk about that solely, but you'll hear it sprinkled through our music. Like we definitely add our experiences in there and try to make it more bar and stuff like that. So yeah.
So like, that's my point. So at the end of the day, I'm just letting people know, like, yo, look, I've been through some shit. So what? I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you guys' service, by the way. Before,
right.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. Memorial Day just passed, man.
Salute
right. I was like, this is, so most of the time, people don't even know what Memorial Day means. We're paying homage to the people that died,
served the country that lost their lives. Yeah,
that's it. We're paying homage to people that lost their lives.
It's crazy, how people can't they don't understand what Memorial Day is compared to, like, say, Veterans Day.
Right.
Veterans Day is the one to show your respect to the ones that served. Memorial Day is one, like, it's in the name pretty much, and people still can't comprehend it.
Right.
Everybody think Memorial Day is
July.
That's just a day off though. I think a lot of people now though, like no, for real though, like because most holidays in America in general is like it's all money makers. So it's like the name's there, but at the end of the day, you go to stores, you go see commercials, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, what's a way to get money?
Using that as marketing, just
marketing. Really.
20% off your car.
It's like ain't got nothing to do with any. Like it has nothing to do with anything. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but how the game goes
to make money, but that's not really what the meaning is. But that's how it is. So.
Yeah.
But shout out to you guys still doing your thing though, like to this day. You know what I mean? Even through that, like I'm sure that, like you said, almost losing your life. Like I'm sure that could be for anybody, a reason to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it takes a toll. I mean, I've had many of.
I would assume.
I don't really go. I don't like to go too much into detail.
No. You don't. Yeah, you don't have to.
Stuff, man.
So you do. What do you do it for?
I go to bed.
Man. That's really deep stuff, man. In the music, and I just looking for more projects from you guys for sure.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate all the success going.
I promise you this: we would never stop.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Swan.
I promise his ass 100 records, and we're not gonna stop until we get there for sure. So
he's like, we get to that 100.
Yeah.
Then you can hold up the picture like Wilt.
Like I think what we at? Where we at? 70. I think 70. I think we're at like 70 something records so far.
Y'all halfway there. Y'all right there.
So we about 70 records in so far. So, and a lot of people don't even have a catalog to say they got 70 published records out. So accomplishment and stuff, man. I really enjoy the drive and the journey, man. I mean, I don't want to stop. I don't think it's gonna stop because I think my wife said it the best. She was like, "Yo, there's no way you can stop. You're too creative to stop." And I was like, "Nah, I think I'm gonna stop.
I guess we'll see when the time comes."
No. It sounds good.
Yeah, right.
I'm the one that's on his neck. I'm like, but pause.
Yeah.
What do you mean by
that? What you mean by that?
I'm the one that's telling this nigga that no, we're not doing that. We're gonna keep going.
He said pause, so it's good. Yeah.
Well, crazy. But yeah.
And that's the beauty of just hip hop. So like you look at our track titles and you see how intentional we are with putting stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole point. So we want to make sure that we continue to push that forward all the way to 100.
You ever think about writing a book?
I have a book of poems.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it don't have to be like a book, poetry book, et cetera, et cetera. Like, as far as like, more than just the music, like, have you ever thought of like, publishing or writing an actual book?
No, I haven't. But
I don't know. I just could see like the way, even just how your mind, where I could see you doing that one day. Right?
I'll do that. Say less. I'll make sure that I at least give some of my effort to be able to make that happen.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm gonna say yes. Especially on my I guess my solo tape Kiss Part 2. I told a 3-minute long story. So a lot, and I mean story, like not one of them like I'm talking about like one of them Slick Rick type story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because a lot of people don't know I can storytell too. So I definitely wanted to showcase that ability.
That's fine.
So I mean, that creative driven for storytelling came from me wanting to write a book. But most of my topics, I kind of like. I thought about wanting to write a science fiction novel.
Wow, that'd be cool.
I thought about doing that, but I haven't. I think I'll probably think about doing that maybe in my later years or something like that. But I haven't. Yeah, I haven't sat down and said I'm gonna pen this now. Like, no.
Yeah.
But something venture in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's never too late to do something. But
and a lot of authors too, like you see a lot of them, like they don't even write their first book till they're like 50, 60.
That's same thing with like actors, like
exactly, right?
They don't get their first big break until they're like 40.
Yeah. No, I guess you always got time. I guess in life, it don't matter.
I mean, it's not promised, but
Yeah, it's like Griselda, like we talked about. Like them dudes a lot older. Like they.
Oh yeah, by the time they got big,
they got to
they was already in their 30s. Yeah, they was already like late. Yeah.
So
it's good to show to not give up. What
you're doing. Time's never running out. I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to say it. Never running out.
Oh yeah.
That's the purity I think of hip hop in itself too, because a lot of people, like a lot of the younger generation, they like to add, there's an age group, man. If you rapping over 30, you
which is ridiculous.
Like it's like, bro, like that kind of shows your age right there when you say that, because you don't say that in R&B, you don't say that in
rock
and roll, you don't say that in heavy metal, you ain't saying that, you ain't saying that Lenny Kravitz and none of them guys. Well, why do you have to put that on hip hop? Like,
the worst part about what you just said, Twin, is the fact that niggas don't even understand that you're saying that from the perspective of all these different people who came before you don't have nothing to say.
And
you live more life at that point, than someone who's 18. You know what I mean?
if Andre 3000 dropped the fucking album today, my whole week is done.
Yeah, we all stop and everything. That's a fact.
My whole week is done. I just want to listen to what the fuck he has to say.
Yeah, even though he said he ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, like that just goes the purity of hip hop when you don't allow the ignorance to spill, because everybody's gonna have their opinion about some shit about a motherfucker, he too old or whatever. Nah, fuck all that. Almost. Them guys got more life experience and been through more.
Exactly.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's more. You live more life.
We get arguments discussions all the time. How like hip hop's like that one genre that doesn't like show respect to the pioneer, like the veterans of the game compared to say other genres.
Yeah. Or the Rolling Stones, damn, they're 80 years old, like on stage.
Rolling Stones.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have
going up performing tours and shit.
I agree, man. You shouldn't have a Redman going against Gorilla for best rap album of the year. Like, it shouldn't be like that. In my opinion, Redman's album was way more fucking entertaining than Gorilla shit or anyone. Like, Muddy Waters 2 had me on the floor rolling. Like, this motherfucker. Yeah. Like, in my opinion. Like, the Muddy Waters 2 album that Redman just dropped was way more entertaining.
That's my point. But that's my point, Twin. People look at hip hop albums only because we're looking at it from the perspective of what's hot today. We're not looking at it from the perspective of what could we contribute to life and what everybody else has going on for themselves. We're looking at it from the perspective of like the beat's hot.
The popularity,
Excuse me, because I look at all of the aspects of album making for sure. Because I ain't gonna say we. I promise you this much. I promise you, I'm one of them kind of guys that if I turn your album on and I listen to your album, if you don't, I'll give you a solid 3 tracks. After I get to number 4, if it sounds the same as any of those 3, I'm not gonna lie to you, or there's no creativity and it piqued my interest, I'm turning it off. Not gonna lie.
I'm not mad at that.
I respect that.
However you want to listen to your music.
Yeah, and I talk because there are some albums where you're just like,
I'm gonna keep it real now, man. I remember I looked at my artistry profile and I went down, I scrolled, it said similar artists. I'm like, okay, these are the people that Apple thinks I fucking are similar to. I
did it too, so I'm not.
I pressed play and immediately turned it off.
Yo, I'm not gonna be mad, bro. I was like, yo, how fucking dare you compare me? You compare me to these niggas. I'm not these niggas.
I'll take it a step further. I even went to new releases on hip hop on Apple Music. I was like, you know,
Let me,
I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? He top. Let me click it. I gave it 2 tracks and turned that shit the fuck off. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Bro, John back in the studio, mad as hell.
Yeah, you made me go harder next
Yeah,
time.
I was like, you know what? I gotta get better. This motherfucker made the top of the list. I need to get better. Like that's the level of competitor I am. I'm like, yo, there's no way this motherfucker made that.
Man, that's a good mentality to have too. You know.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way he made that trash shit and got to the top. Like, there's no fucking way. I try to just go back to the lab and start writing.
That's
that blows my mind.
Competitiveness in hip hop. You know, you want to be better than the next person. It's like that's why I say it's a sport. You know.
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a hater on nobody's success or anything like that, man. Praise to all these guys, Gorilla, Lexi Reds, all that shit. I might not
like a Gorilla is like the first thing you
say.
Right.
I don't agree with the message. I don't agree with the message, but I'm happy to give you money. But I don't
that's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of people would, it's like I said, the money's out here for everyone. You know what I mean? But like you said, your opinion's still valid. You're not a hater. Music is subjective. Right? If you don't like it, you don't like it.
You may not rock with it, but I don't blame them if it's getting them paid to support their family.
Exactly. You're gonna do it.
It's not my thing.
It's like what Colin said. It's like if I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating.
Exactly.
Right. This might not be your thing. You're not wishing them, a downfall, but it's just not your thing. But
yeah, like do your thing. It's just not my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So one thing I want to touch on too is I've been seeing a lot of like snippets, on your guys' page. Like you guys got a podcast as well.
Yes. If you see behind me, we got the Fort. We do the Fort podcast. It's us as brothers, man. We touch on a lot of these topics. We talk about rap battles. We talk about everyday life. We do questions with Philly. Shout out to Philly boys. Shout out to Trey Isaacs, man.
I saw one that had you guys stumped with the car, the toothbrush, I was like,
you're like, yeah, bro, what the?
Yeah, that was a funny one though.
Yeah. We got another funny, a stupid funny one where we was like, where Twin was talking about R. Kelly in jail, and I was over there singing R. Kelly song, but I was like, he said he's serenading the inmates. I said,
yeah, he's having a concert. They haven't throwing concerts in there with him and Diddy.
I ain't gonna lie, you talking about that scene, I started laughing. That shit fucking hilarious. But we have a lot of we've had a lot of comedic presence to it. Shout out to Philly, he does a lot of the edits for it, man. We just been really it's a new podcast, so we're just trying to get it rolling, man, get the ball rolling, because like we say, we dive into every aspect of of the music industry. We trying to just find out what's going to pop. And I think, in my opinion, I feel like the podcast is really taking off, man. A lot of people really in, hitting us up, giving us feedback, watching the episodes, letting us know things, and hey, well, you should ask this, and bring some women on, and it's making traction, and that's always a good thing. So we just try to what sticks and go with it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
No, that's good, man.
Yeah, it's all really about just being yourself and having fun. Like you have these conversations outside, it's like same thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of how we formed ours. It's like we talk about hip hop, so why not just
talk about hip hop?
Yeah. Of course, it branches further than that once you start talking, but yeah, but that's how it goes, man. It's just fun. You got your homies, you got your brothers, whoever it is. It's like us. We all grew up together. We know each other since they know each other since 5th.
Yeah.
We know each other since 6th grade. So we all grew up together pretty much. So it's like,
fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
As you should be, man. We need that. You need that relatability, that brotherhood, that camaraderie to know that, hey, man, we're all the same, man. We just, what I'm saying? The stuff that gets censored, you know what I'm saying? We don't want it. We just trying to be real. Like, just keep it real, man. Man. If you most
people, and most people, like what you see on the internet, it's like when you talk to people in real life, it's like it's not even like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the funny part about it. It's like two totally different worlds. Because like, I'll be talking to people outside of work if it's work, or if it's just real life, if it's a cousin, if it's brother. It's like, yo, we be having a ball, like just laughing, talking jokes, cutting up, all that stuff. But it's like you go on social media, if we said that same stuff, they'll be ready to like, whoop, nope.
Yeah. You have to have the same unfear, be yourself.
Exactly.
I praise myself. I praise everybody around me. Just be yourself, man. One thing I don't like is liars. So I just like,
Right.
man, don't lie to me and just keep it real, man. And we regardless, you know. So that's ultimately what the podcast is about, man. Just keeping it real and being relatable, and showing our. It's really an outlet for us to show our comedic presence too, because we're all fucking. I ain't gonna front. I think everybody keeps saying, yo, motherfuckers is funny as shit. You can do stand up, and I'm like, nah, that's not really my thing. But I can do a podcast and just
right.
Just showing your personality, how you are.
Let people know
music,
Yeah, and it was another thing too. Just to answer your question about the podcast, it was another thing too where people was asking like, they ask us all the time like, we want to see more of you, like to what like how are you really, and the podcast kind of gives that, because now you get to see us outside of this hip hop era or music video.
Right.
You get to see us being us, and it's like, okay, these guys are funny as shit. They actually really cool. I think I can hang out with these guys. Like
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's definitely helped with when we started doing the podcast. I was saying that one interview we did, it was cool because it's like once you kind of start, chopping it up and hearing people's journeys and stuff like that, like and made the music even better. It made me want to listen to you guys' music even more. You know what I mean? That like, and now especially after this conversation, but but in general, it's like because before it's like music is music. You learn a lot from somebody from the music, but when you get to talk to them in person, it's like it just changes everything for you. You're like, man, I want to support these brothers even more. You know what I mean? So
I appreciate that, man. That's for sure. That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, big facts, man. You guys got anything to add, Darnell and Caleb?
Just looking forward to seeing more music drop, like you say, coming out next month. I'm gonna check out the podcast. That's what I'd be doing at work, just listen to podcasts all day. So I need to check that out. Keep doing your thing. We always keep in touch. We like to follow the journey of people we have on, and support. Just like we looking for support from people. We also want to support others as well. It's like a team effort when it comes to say this industry. We're looking forward to the growth and what you guys got in store.
Yeah, you'll see us in the comments and stuff on your, on the socials and stuff.
I love that. We try to do the same thing, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, I hate social media, but
we do too. We all do too. It's part of the game, though. It's part of the game,
Listen, man, vice versa, man. We like to show love and support, man. Every channel we jump on, every podcast we jump on, we like to show support too. So sometimes you might see us in the comments like, yo, man, I love that conversation, or drop some in there and some likes and some shares, man. And see, what I mean? I like to see the growth and everything we do. So yeah, man. Shout out to y'all for sure.
I want to hear what this guy has to say in the top right corner.
Who talking about?
DJ.
Yeah. That's DJ Academics.
DJ Academics. I'm gonna put my real name.
Not being good.
I appreciate the both of y'all. Giving us your time. And appreciate every like moment, every topic we talked about. You guys are real like humble individuals. I mean, you guys are like well spoke. Very intellectual. You guys are real generous dudes, and I just hope to see the growth of like your success and the future of like you guys' career. Being a husband, being a father, and stuff like that. So just all praise to y'all, man. I'm looking forward to more podcasts. I'll definitely be tapped in. Just like you said, we'll be in the comments too. Like and just going back to the whole catalog too, and really just dive deep, and hopefully one day I'll take a time to really share my thoughts and
absolutely, man.
Give my real feedback too.
Definitely hit me up, hit the DMs, man. Hit us up, man, because we love the feedback, man. Hey, I like this, or I didn't like that. Well, why you say this? Ask the questions, because that's the only way you get the answers, and especially while we got a handle on the damn IG shit. So definitely hit us up, man. I love the feedback, man. I really truly appreciate that. I appreciate y'all, and I'm also share another little small nugget before we hop off. Just shout out to y'all. So he's gonna drop the Kiss Part 2 early. First quarter next year.
Okay.
We'll drop it because it's so heavily sampled. We're not going to drop it on all platforms, so it's going to be solely on YouTube and on our website, right?
Okay.
We're gonna drop a lot of snippets so people can kind of gravitate to it, whatever, and then showing that that's only him on that project. And then I'm gonna drop my project probably about halfway through that, probably about June, July, and then I drop
the halfway point.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the part 2, and the part
Oh.
2 will be on all platforms. So we're gonna do it like
That's
that.
gonna be sick as
Nah,
hell, man.
dope. Nah, I can't wait to hear it, man.
Shit, that was actually gonna be the last question too. Is what's next for 2wIIN Kingz?
We already covered it. Project
Kiss
next
Part
month.
1, Kiss Part 1 and Kiss Part 2, man. It's a salute to and a thank you to all our fans and especially for the feedback that we're getting. That we've gotten. People always ask us, "Hey, man, what does 2wIIN sound like by himself? What do you sound like by yourself?"
Yeah.
And we're gonna hand gift wrap it and hand it to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Looking forward to that.
and give it out to the people that love and support us, our fans, our castle, to the fort. You know what I'm saying? To the Pure Rap podcast that blessed us with their platform, man. We're gonna hand gift wrap it to y'all, and you get to hear it here first.
And the project next month, right?
Absolutely. And June, we're dropping the album Living in the Past. It's gonna be out on all streaming platforms. It's gonna be sonically different than you ever heard us even rap on before. So go check that out. June 10th, we're doing it.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, like they said, man.
Salute,
Make sure to go check out all that. We got the Instagram in the description.
Yeah,
got the Apple Music in the description, Spotify in the description. Everything is there for you. You don't have to go far. You know what I mean? We did the hard work for you. Just click. All you gotta do is click. You know what I mean? Go check out the music, go check them out. Make sure to
follow them and subscribe and all that too, so you can see future work, coming out.
100%. And then for us too, don't forget to share, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll be back next Tuesday for episode 87, I think. 86. I don't know. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Almost to 100.
No, I appreciate that. Hell yeah.
To y'all, man. That's dope, man.
Hell yeah, man. Like, it's fun too, man. Consistency is key. We're just trying to grow ours. We're doing it in person now. We just started doing it. I was living in Minnesota, so I moved back to San Diego. So we've been doing it in person for the past, a few months, not too long. So we're just trying to take it, even further, man. So man.
Definitely stay in touch. I would love to come out to San Diego and do this in person, man, for sure.
Hell yeah. No, we connected. Like I said, man, we always say anytime you're on the podcast, it's like all you got to do is, bro, just DM, say the word.
Yeah, you gotta go to NY.
It's always love on it. Yeah.
I need to go back.
But shit, they're in Maryland though, so we have to go.
We gotta go to Maryland.
I'm in Brooklyn damn near every couple months. Like, it's not that.
Brooklyn the big.
We're gonna be in Brooklyn when you're in Brooklyn. When y'all in Brooklyn.
Trying to go see me the Bed-Stuy, man. Trying to go to
yeah. I got family out there too.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, but just like I said, say the word, man. Say the word. Like, I mean, we're always connected anytime, chop it up. Even when your new project drops, if you guys want to chop it up again, like, we're always open for that too. So, shout out to you guys and thank you for your time. Most importantly,
appreciate
it. Appreciate your time.
And like I said, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a good rest of your night. I'll be out here, man.
Salute.